Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Thursday night. And tonight, fireworks at the White House, just hours after the Republican and Democratic leaders of the Senate Intelligence Committee released a statement together saying there are no indications of any surveillance at Trump Tower. It comes after those explosive allegations. President Trump's claim that President Obama wiretapped him before the election, standing by that claim again overnight. Late today, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer pushing back, saying those senators aren't done investigating. And then another statement from one of those senators saying we wouldn't have said that if we weren't briefed. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl with the fiery response to his question at the White House late today.
Tonight, the top Democrat and Republican members of the Senate Intelligence Committee declared in no uncertain terms that they have seen nothing to prove President Trump's explosive allegation that President Obama had his phones tapped. We see no indications, they said, that Trump Tower was the subject of surveillance by any element of the United States government either before or after Election Day 2016. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan was equally blunt.
That no such wiretap existed. We've cleared that up, that we've seen no evidence of that.
But the White House is not backing down.
Sean, the Senate Intelligence Committee is saying point blank they see no indications of surveillance.
Where was your passion and where was your concern when they all said that there was no connection to Russia? Where was it then? You crickets from you guys, because at the end of the day,
the president stands by his allegation that President Obama wiretapped the Trump Tower?
I'm making a point. The point is this: number one, that it's interesting how when evidence comes out and people who have been briefed on the Russia connection come out and say that there was nothing that they have seen that proves a connection, you choose not to cover that.
I'm asking you to respond to the Senate Intelligence Committee.
I'm trying to answer your question, Jonathan. If you can calm down.
White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer then went on offense.
You can ask, you can follow up.
Talking for nearly 8 minutes straight, reading from various media reports
let me quote them.
and conservative commentary, citing unconfirmed and anonymous sources
of the intelligence gathered in secret
on possible surveillance of Trump Tower or Trump associates.
This leads to a lot.
Are you saying that the president still stands by his allegation that President Obama ordered wiretapping or surveillance of Trump Tower, despite the fact that the Senate Intelligence Committee says they see no indication that it happened? Does the president still stand by the allegation?
He stands by it, but again, you're mischaracterizing what happened today.
No, they said they saw no indication. I'm reading exactly from their statement.
I understand that. And at the same time, they acknowledge that they have not been in contact with the Department of Justice.
So you think he's still going to be vindicated? Do you think he's still going to be vindicated?
But moments later, the top Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee said they had been in contact with the Justice Department, saying they wouldn't have made the statement they made without having been fully briefed by authorities. All this comes just 24 hours after the president tried to explain what he meant when he accused President Obama of wiretapping Trump Tower.
Don't forget, when I say wiretap, those words were in quotes. That really covers, because wiretapping is pretty old-fashioned stuff, but that really covers surveillance and many other things. I think you're going to find some very interesting items coming to the forefront over the next 2 weeks.
Two of the tweets from the president put quotes around the word wiretap, but in others, no quotes. How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones? And President Obama was tapping my phones. So what was the basis for the president's claim?
I've been reading about things. I read in, I think it was January 20th, a New York Times article where they were talking about wiretapping. There was an article, I think they used that exact term.
But the New York Times never reported President Obama ordered any wiretapping of Trump Tower. Citing anonymous sources, the paper reported surveillance of Russian officials who had been in contact with Trump associates.
All right, so let's go live to John Karl at the White House tonight. And John, we know the FBI director came to the Hill behind closed doors this week, but soon the American people will hear from him on this?
He will be before the House Intelligence Committee on Monday, David. This is a hearing on Russian interference in the elections, but you can be sure that this question of the alleged wiretapping will be front and center. He will have to answer it before the public.
John Karl, live at the White House tonight. John, thank you.